All seriousness though, boys, like, look, man, the first major, like I told y'all, is not until February from what we've seen with the leaks and the rumors. But for everybody that was hyped up for this team, it took a lot from the entire organization to get this done. And although this term is going to be very unimportant when it comes down to like when we turn the chapter on Black Ops 6, like we did with MW3 at the end of the year after champs, after EWC, and we go into the offseason, nobody's really going to be talking about this. But I will say it is pretty incredible for just the program itself, for all the folks at 100 Thieves that might not necessarily know a lot about Call of Duty, but kind of just went full steam ahead, trusted the process, and did everything they could to make this announcement as big and as hyped as possible. And for people like Shane and Senator, the coaches, just the whole organization, like, this is a great signal for what this year could potentially have to come or have in the future for this team. So, look, I don't think any fan, whether you're a FaZe or Optic fan, should have or hold any weight to how this tournament ended up playing out. I don't think it's any indication of how the year will be. But for us and for everybody that follows, supports LAT and the entire Call of Duty team, like, this is probably the biggest swing we've ever taken with like off-season moves. And it's awesome that it's paying off. It's awesome. Point blank period, man. So I just want to say thank you to everybody that tuned in today, everybody that hung out. We are in the midst of the subathon, so this was actually like a very helpful. The timing of this couldn't have been better for me to just be able to watch the whole thing without being worried about getting to bed. But I'm probably going to get this bed set up and ready to go so I can hit the hay. Fuck yeah, bro. I'm honestly happy for Dan, just because he came pretty close to winning some chips with the team last year. And so this is like, he had to kind of pick up his life and move to Texas because all the other boys on the team needed to be there, wanted to be there. And he had just like signed a new lease, probably had to deal with a bunch of stress. Shane had really dropped his roots in LA. So moving to Texas was like a pretty big change for him as well. So I'm glad that this is like, it kind of validates just dealing with the dumb shit, the annoying shit. So, hey, man. And also for me to tell my wife, hey, we just put a couple $100,000 that was coming our way to these boys. You're just going to have to trust me on this. I'm actually fired up for her to wake up and see this, bro. Deadass. My wife obviously trusts me. But when I like point blank tell her that, hey, honey, you know that contract from next year that we signed with, that shit is getting cut significantly. And I genuinely, this was a real conversation. I'm like, honey, you're just going to have to trust me on this. She's like, how bad? I'm like, okay. Let's see. Throw out a number. I'm like, higher. And I could see it in her eyes. She's like, oh, fuck. But she was ride or die, brother. Straight up. I'm not acting like this long-term money is going to break the bank. It's nice to talk about. Sound like a good guy. But it's definitely like, at least for me and her, it's not something you really fuck around with. You know what I mean? So it'll be cool to just for her to see that, like, we're not that faded. You know what I mean? I know that might sound dramatic, bro, but I think she'll get a kick out of it. That ass.